Hi everyone and welcome to another TABI Live with me, Janine, and I am the chair of TABI. And today I'm going to be talking with Kirsten Buchholzer, who's going to be joining me live, and we're going to have a chat about tarot associations. So I did do this live last night. I was that keen and that eager to do the live that I actually got on and did it a day early. So as soon as she joins me, I'm going to apologise for that. She understands why I did it, because we just had a chat before, but it's just because I'm really eager to get on and see her. I haven't seen her for a while. So you all got a very impromptu tarot reading for me last night. I did an in-between tarot cusp reading for the Sagittarius Capricorn in-between period. And I did it for all the zodiac signs, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll post it up on my page as well. So this is the second live of the week for me, and it's good to see you all again as well. So hi Helen, Occult Projects, hi Mark, good to see you again. I'm just hanging on for Kirsten to come on as well, and then I can let her in and we can have a good chat about what has been happening in the German Tarot Association. So Kirsten is the chair, she is the head of that tarot association, and there's been some amazing things that have been happening this year and also going on into 2024. So it'd be good to have a chat with her and find out what's been going on. And she's just come in now. Yeah, thanks Helen. Welcome back indeed. Mystics Parlour, lovely to see you. Have a chat with us as well. So bring your questions for us, or just chat about anything tarot related. Hi Kirsten, it's good to see
Hi.
you again.
Hello. As you know, Instagram is not my first medium, so I'm always scared what's happening here. But
No, it's fine. And you've got all these different, I've got this snowflake effect, which I think is just great. I just found that. So
you look lovely and you have your hat on.
Oh yes, my hat goes everywhere with me. It's become part of me. I was saying this yesterday. I bought it at a festival many years ago, and it goes to all the festivals with me, but it also became part of the tarot side of things as well. So yeah, the hat is permanently there. It's just got a bit of a Christmas edition at the moment.
You look lovely as usual. Thanks for having me and introducing me a bit to Instagram Live, because I haven't done this often, I have to say. Well, I'm not the how do I say, I'm not the person who is asking the questions today. It's your time, so keep silent.
Yeah, and we can just have a bit of a chat, really, can't we, about what we've been doing with our British Tarot Association, and you can tell us what's been happening with your German Tarot Association. And I was just making apologies as well, because because I went on yesterday and I did a live a day early. I mean, who does that? I don't think I've ever done that before, but in my eagerness to go live, I did it 24 hours early.
Yeah, well, as I said, don't apologize for this. Just before Christmas, everybody is muddled up and there's a lot of things happening, so don't worry. And I didn't realize, so it's totally fine.
That's good news.
Look what I found for drinking my tea out.
Yeah, I've got one of those as well. Oh, I didn't realize you had one. Yeah, we were giving loads of those away a few years ago.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, I'm Kirsten. I am the head of the German Tarot Association, and I've been in this role now for 10 years, which is quite enough. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next year. But I had Janine with me in our YouTube channel, because I'm more a YouTube person than an Insta person. And it was so lovely to talk to you twice, Janine. Once we talked about the association, and the other time about your brilliant deck. And oh, now you're waving at me, okay?
So there's so many different features of this. So as people pop up in the chat as well, you can wave at them, so you can welcome them in. But I don't know as much about the YouTube side of things, and I definitely don't know as much about the Facebook Live side of things, because we've been doing these Insta Lives for quite a few years now, and you just get used to the channel that you go live on, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
well,
yeah.
I started out with Facebook, of course, ages ago, but I don't use it very much at all anymore. We have our videos there as well, because the age group of the association is a bit more a boomer than a Instagram association, Instagram type of person. But Instagram for the association in Germany was started by Bea, who is quite frequently live. I think you know Bea as well, don't you?
Yeah. She does your social media coordination as well, doesn't she? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it sounds very flashy.
We did a live with Bea a few months ago as well. Yeah, she was telling us all about the different projects that she's involved in, as well as the German Tarot Association. So she's always really busy in the tarot world.
Yeah, she is very busy.
Yeah.
So she started this social media account, and I never bothered to look into it, because there's so many things you have to do, and I thought I do YouTube because I like it better. I started my own YouTube channel, yeah, just during Corona, because I was so bored, and then I thought, well, we should do something for the Tarot Association as well. And since then, I have been interviewing loads of people. Not only you, but I tried to interview as many English-speaking people as I could. And during Corona, everybody had time, so I had great people there. Anybody who's interested, please go to our YouTube channel for Tarot Verband, and yeah, you will find really good interviews with lots of references to Corona, if you can bother about this still. Yeah, and I'm still doing this. We are a German-speaking association, but I try to have as much contact to English or English-speaking people as I can. We have this connection to the tarot scene in Singapore, which is really lovely with Rowan. I was in Stockholm this year with Rosemary, who started a tarot event in Stockholm. Kim Arnold was there.
Yeah.
I always go to Kim's sessions in London, which I really like. And I've been twice to the TABI conference in Birmingham.
Yeah, so it was in Birmingham, and I think they did it in a different city from that as well. But for the last 2 years, we've had it in Manchester. And so going forward, rather than keep changing around different locations, we thought that we were going to stick with the same location. And because Manchester is very much central, so for people traveling down from Scotland, from people traveling up from London, and for people coming internationally, you've got the big airport in Manchester. So it's a pretty good location to kind of try and capture everybody. So I think going forward, we're going to keep ours in Manchester. And do you have a conference as well in Germany?
Yeah, we have the same approach.
Yeah.
You, but so perhaps I talk a bit about the history of the association to make it more clear. We were founded in 2003, so 20 years ago. We just celebrated our 20th birthday by Hajo Bansev. I don't know whether you know him. He was a very important person for tarot in the 80s and 90s, and he decided to found this tarot association together with his wife, or not then wife, but soon to be wife, Brigitte Thieler, who was a very well-known astrologer here in Germany, and they ran the association until 2008. Then Brigitte died. She had a tumor that was very nasty, and only half a year later, Hajo died as well.
Oh.
the association was without its parents, and I joined the the board in 2011 just to try to move on things, because before that it was very much a kind of fan club of these two, because HAYO was a major institution in Germany. And he also wrote quite a few books in English, so I'm sure some have heard of him. And from that point onwards, we tried to change the association more into something which is for tarot readers and not for people who like tarot, basically.
Yeah.
And all like tarot, but we also want to do something for the profession. That's our aim. And for the before Corona, it was more and more like people were no longer interested in tarot, basically. The Lenormand came, oracle cards came, and we kind of thought, it's not going to work out anymore. But it came, and all of a sudden everybody wanted to join the association, which was really weird. I don't know whether you had the same experience.
There's a huge take up for the esoteric studies, for tarot, for oracle, for Reiki, and like you said, during COVID, it only increased. It got big, and people were more interested in spiritual studies. I know a big portion of that was because people had more time on their hands. You know, they wanted to learn different subjects and things that they could do online. And I think people just became more spiritually aware during that period anyway, you know, and are just more interested in learning about it. And at that same time, TikTok started to explode, you know, so it was really easy for people to go on and start doing videos and things about tarot, and then people were very interested in thinking, oh well, how does this work, you know, what's all this about? So we did get a big boost after COVID, definitely. And the chair before me was Jennifer Garner, and she did 2 years. So we tend to do 2 years in our tarot association in the term of chair, and then you pass it on to somebody else. So Jenny had the period of COVID, and she decided that she was going to take everything online. So she created, well, the Instagram was already there, Facebook was already there, but she started to do more Zoom conferences and Zoom workshops and everything. And it worked really well because people from all around the world could meet up. And like, obviously we're doing it all the time now, but you know, during COVID, to some people it was very new. And it kind of changed the way that we do a lot of things as well, because we're working from home a lot more now, not as much working from the office. So the whole COVID period changed a lot of things around the world as well, and was particularly beneficial for the tarot associations, I think. And we've been going since 2001, so we are 2 years older than you then. And it started off again with a small group of people, and then it just expanded, gained more members, started to add on conferences and things like that. And then you get to 2023 and you think, wow, our tarot associations have been growing for a long time. So you must be so proud of everything that you're achieving.
Oh yeah, it has been a taxing time in the beginning, because there were also, like there's in every association at one point, huge quarrels and egotisms. But
it's always.
But I think now everything is fine and clear, and I feel like, okay, I can let go now. I joined very early the convention, the association. So just when it got founded, I got there 3 months later or something. And so I have the members number 2021, which I'm really...
Fabulous.
So I was always thinking, okay, when I reach 21 for the association, perhaps I can be kind of a gateway to bring the association into something new, into a new kind of...
And you
So
were,
yeah,
yeah.
so I kind of was working for that. Um, and you asked me whether we have conventions, and um, we meet once a year for our yearly gathering. I think you do the gathering online, but we meet in person.
Oh, we do. So we do both. Yeah, we do online and then we do in person. Yeah.
for all the stuff you have to do when you have an association, like
Yeah.
stuff like this. We do this in person, and we used to always be in Munich, but since I'm in Hamburg, we also moved more to Hamburg.
Mm-hmm.
To spare costs, but we have been all over Germany. And it's interestingly enough, wherever you go, people always tell you, oh, I can't come, it's so far away.
Yeah.
But wherever we go, it has always been the same number of people joining,
Right.
same people joining. So it doesn't really matter where you do such a conference, I think. If people are really wanting to meet in person, they will come.
Yeah.
And we did one online conference during Corona, but it wasn't such a big success. And since last year, we met again in person. And when we have our yearly gathering, we always have also a day where we do talks. And this is something I'm really a bit sad about. I always wanted to be it more international. So people from England would come over, or the States, or whatever. But we just don't have enough money to do that. It's really expensive to fly somebody in and stuff. So the association is not very rich, basically.
It's
So
and it's something that not everybody knows about when you're organising conferences, because you're organising the food, you're organising the hotels, you're organising the travel, you're organising the speakers, you know, the agenda, the people who are attending, the social media, the ticketing, and all the different aspects of it is so busy.
yeah.
It's very complex. And conference organising, it's in the outside world, in the private industry, is a job role in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You could be a conference organizer, but for us Tarot Association chairs, you know, and people working as part of the committee, you know, it's just part of the role. It's just something that we have to do. So I don't think everybody realizes quite how much goes into it, you know, and how busy that aspect of it is. It's interesting, but it is very, very busy.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know what's with you, but we don't get paid in the board.
We don't get paid. We do it because we love it. Like me turning up a day early yesterday, you know, we just we just love it so much.
Devotion.
You would have laughed yesterday, so I'm there like, okay, what am I gonna do? But then you've got to, that's another aspect of it. You've got to be able to think on your feet. You've got to be able to do social media. You've got to be able to do lives. You've got to be able to do workshops. We've got a forum as well with our Tarot Association, and the forum is for people who want to read tarot. So we've got free readers who read tarot for people in the public who send questions in. So that bank of tarot readers needs an endorsement coordinator to look after them, to look after the mentors who teach the free readers how to be free readers. So the mentors need the coordination. And then that's one aspect, but we've also got training. So we do 8-week training courses in TABI. We have a beginner's course, and we're introducing an intermediate course. So then you need a training coordinator. The training coordinator looks after the students, looks after the trainers, looks after the training material, hosts the training sessions, which are on Zoom and on the forum. And that's another aspect. And I've been covering the training coordination as well as the chair role and the secretary role just lately. So within the
3 of them.
Yeah. So within TABI, people move around. So you may get somebody who retires from a position, and there may be a gap until the next person comes in. So in that interim period, somebody needs to fill that role. So it could be that somebody has to wear two hats for a period of time until the next person comes in. And then we've got somebody looking after all the social media as well. So those two roles have just changed, and actually Mary's online and our training coordinator's online as well, Darima. Thanks for joining. So they have both come into the position new as well, learning the role, and then they take it on for a specified period of time. So it's always that handing over the baton, you know, it's like a relay race with TABI. It's like the Ace of Wands. So they're running with the Ace of Wands, and then it passes to the next person and the next person and the next person. And it's amazing because it just keeps going, because the people love what they do. They love tarot, and they love the aspects of being in a community, because that's what we are, a tarot community.
And that is always only for 2 years. So, or can somebody do it longer?
It has been the case where people have done it longer as well. So it could be when we get to September, nobody wants to take on the chair role. They might think, flipping it, Janine's put so many new things in place that I don't want to take that on. So then I might end up having to do it longer anyway. Because I'm sure you know we're doing the Carter Awards this year as well. We've taken the Carter Awards from the Tarot Foundation people.
Wow.
Yeah, so as part of the summer conference, we're going to be hosting the Carter Awards, giving prizes and awards for the best oracle deck, the best tarot deck, and that's on an international level. So we just climbing and doing lots of things, new things. It's so exciting.
Yes. So in our association last year, there has not been so much happening. We focused on these 20 years and had a quite huge celebration in Munich, because the association was founded in Munich, and this was really nice. It was a pretty great gathering with loads of people, much more than usual, and it was so nice to see everybody after Corona, and it took us quite some time to organize this. And what we also do regularly is Zoom meetings, which we instigated during Corona, and now people really rely on this. Once a month we try to meet up on Zoom, which is really a great thing, as you pointed out yourself. But otherwise we haven't done so many new things, which is kind of because I'm just really kind of tired of my position, and I can't really put so many new things in there, and we see how it will go on next year. You are going to draw a card for me, but before we look into the future, as you say, you have done so many things, so
there's a lot as well. And since we've so we have an annual general meeting every year, because we're a voluntary organisation. That takes place in November every year, and as a voluntary organisation, all of our members and our volunteers get to have a say in what we're going to do going forward. So everybody got the chance to vote for whether they wanted the Carter Awards, whether they wanted the 2-day conference, whether to change the name as well, because we are now the Tarot Association of British and International Members. So
keep TABI.
Still TABI, yeah. But we changed the acronym. So because we're moving in a direction which incorporates more international members. So we wanted to make it clear that it's not just for people living in the UK. Yeah. It's for everybody. The whole world can join if they want to. So I thought that it would be good to reflect that with a change in the acronym. So it's been some huge changes, and everybody got the chance to vote for those changes as well. And so it's been a huge year for TABI. I think when we look back on 2024 later on, we can 2023, we can say a lot has happened. Yeah. It's been very busy, yeah.
And you do much more activities now on Insta than you used before, right? I mean, there are so often people showing up doing little sessions. Are they all just members, or are they special members? Can anybody do this? Or?
So we've got lots of different social media sites now. So we've got TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Threads as well. And we have people doing regular videos for those, little snippets of this is this tarot card, this is how these tarot cards work together, things like that. As well as that, we have like a program of activities every month. So we do several Instagram lives. So a bit like what me and you are doing now, and it doesn't need to be a TABI member, but we also have workshops once a month as well. And we could have a guest speaker, like we had Alison Cross the other day doing about court cards, and people will purchase tickets for them. They're cheaper for TABI members, but external to TABI could buy a ticket without necessarily having to join. And then with the Midwinter Conference at the end of January, that is a members conference who do presentations for members. So members for members. So there's so many different things. And as well as that, we have 3 different lives every month, which are just internal for TABI members. So we have a Marseille Monday, and we have 2 trainers there who teach people how to use the Marseille cards and do fun activities. We have a Thoth Thursday once a month. So Gwen runs that, and she teaches people about the Thoth Tarot. And then we have a Let's Talk Tarot session the last Tuesday of every month. And everybody just comes in with the cards and we just talk about tarot. So there's so much going on in TABI that you can never get bored here, basically. It's just busy.
How many members are in TABI now?
I think we just come up to the 600 mark.
Wow.
Yeah, and it usually increases when we get to the Midwinter Conference as well. And as a result of making it more global focus, we're getting a lot of people joining from Australia now, from the United States. So I think that is because, we're badging ourselves in a different way. So,
do you know how many German people are in there?
I need to ask. So we have a membership coordinator as well, and our membership coordinator is going to do some work around doing listings for, like a global mapping thing to show where all the members are. So that'll be fun to find out how many German members we've got. Yeah.
I thought the Germans and Austrians were mad about titles, but the British are quite as well.
How many people have you got from?
Oh, we don't. Well, we have around 230, 40. I'm not sure, because I am not coordinating that. But
well, your job is very busy anyway, so you need to have other people to run those different areas, right?
Well, my husband does this.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the secretary.
And he's lovely. I met him at the UK Tarot Conference, at Kim's Tarot Conference. Yeah.
He's sweet, isn't he? So he knows, but you have to see that it's a German-speaking association, so obviously there are so many people joining as an English-speaking association, because it's much easier to join an English group than German. You need to speak German.
And there is that thing as well where, so many different countries around the world, learn English at a very early age. But we are notorious for not learning languages until we're a bit older. So I think we should be learning languages from much earlier, from about 5 or 6. We leave it too late. So by the time you're 11, you start to learn a language, maybe French, maybe Spanish, maybe German. But at that point, you're not as open to languages as you would have been at age 5 or 6. So I think we miss a big trick here. And I think it's a bit lazy, that we expect everybody to be speaking English. And not me, obviously, it's not my country. But you know what I mean? It is a big thing. And I think we should change that, but I don't make the rules.
I totally can understand this, because everybody wants to speak English. It's Yeah, you don't have to feel bad about this. I would if
I
I were
do.
British. So it's totally okay. And English is a great language. I really like it. So
When did you start? When did you start learning English?
um, when I went to school, I think in the fourth, it must have been 10. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I lived quite a long time in Britain,
You
so
did, yeah.
which is ages ago now. So I'm losing my English, but I used to be quite good in English.
Your English is great.
Yeah, but it's not as good as it was. I'm missing words and stuff like that, which annoys me. But once I talk again a lot, my English is good again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wanted also to know something about our future plans.
Yes, please. Tell me what's in store
Yeah,
for you for 2024.
I can't talk about this so much right now because there are some major changes ahead, which I
Oh,
can't
okay.
talk about at present because it's not solidified. Um, but we're definitely wanting also to do more online. And my major aim is to really have more international stuff. That's also why I asked you to do something together. Because I think I really want to unite associations more, to be more in touch with other associations, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and perhaps do some swapping. When you go to school, you can go to another country for some time and learn
Yeah.
something. So we should do this with the associations. One thing I really want to set up is uh, I'm also a member of the Astrologers Association here in Germany. And when I joined that, I found it quite cute that there was the offer that one person who has been for a longer time in this association would come and kind of help me find my way there. So it was very personal to get
Yeah.
introduced to the association. And I think this is something I really want to establish because it will give the people the feeling I'm not just paying money and then I see sometimes people online, but there is a connection there because this is for me very important. Yeah, an exchange program. You're totally right. Yeah, exchange programs.
Yeah. Well, I did that. I went to Finland and I did the Erasmus exchange program. So
Exactly.
I've learned a few different languages. I learned Finnish. I learned a bit of German when I was very young because my uncle lived out there and we were going to live out there for a bit. So we were going back and forth to Germany. And I remember having some German language books, but I've learnt Spanish most of my life. I speak a bit of French, and I'm trying to learn Italian for Christmas when I go to see my friends in Milan.
Good. Very
So
good.
an exchange program.
Yeah.
I think they're fantastic. I love the idea of that.
Yeah, we needed an exchange. Yeah, I really like this. Let's think about that. So otherwise, we're going, of course, to have a convention again. This time in Hamburg again, and yeah, right now I can't talk so much about the future, but you probably have lots to come next year. You already start with the midwinter conference, which has a great program again.
Absolutely, and we are doing the 2-day summer conference in Manchester again. We had Russell Grant last year. So Russell Grant, the famous UK astrologist, um, gosh, and he's been going since the 60s. So it was really good to see him. And this year we're just starting to book speakers, and I can't reveal too much. Would you like me to reveal one, or should we keep this?
Can do.
Okay, so we're still to reveal the speakers, but we can say that Kirsten is going to be speaking with us in Manchester. Very, very excited to welcome Kirsten, and that will be July the 20th and 21st.
Yeah.
But we're going to meet on the Friday as well, so it's going to be very exciting. So the first time that we've done a 2-day conference. Midwinter conference is ongoing. We have 4 training courses going next year, 2 beginners and 2 intermediates. Yeah, and we're just enjoying a period of growth. So the workshops will be continuing. You'll see more of us on social media. And I'm really excited by the idea of joining up with tarot associations as well.
Yeah.
I think it's important because, as well as that, we should be supporting each other, because like we said, it's busy, and there's so much to it, you know, that you need the support of the tarot community, you know, to help you with different aspects. I mean, why shouldn't we support each other? I think it's better when we're all in communication with each other than if we're just doing it on our own, you know.
Yeah, that's what I think. And great that you call yourself now international, so more inviting. And I voted for international, obviously. So.
I'm so glad that you liked it. Yeah, it was very important. Yeah.
And 2 days is great. I'm very glad you said 20th, because I just booked my flight. And if you had said another date, I would have been like, ah!
I could have been mischievous then, couldn't I? And we're doing our conference on the 1st and the 2nd of August. That would have been awful. I wouldn't do that to you. Although I will turn up a day early. I'll be there on the 18th. All ready to go. I'm wondering why there's nobody there. It's better to be early though than late, right?
So, as I said, I need to leave in a moment because I'm going to YouTube for a change. We have Capricorn time soon. Winter is coming, as you know.
Yeah.
You can already see it in your image.
It's cold here. It's been snowing in there.
So I need to talk a bit about Capricorn in a second. But
shall we pull a card? I would like to pull a card for you.
Which deck are you using?
Now this is interesting because I have been sent a copy of the Quen Tarot, which is by Estrella Montiel. I think you met at the UK Tarot Conference. So she's part of the Vietnam Tarot Association. And this deck actually won the Carter Awards 2022, the best tarot deck, the best self-published deck. So I'm going to do a review of this, and that is something else that TABI does. We do reviews as well. So we do reviews for all the publishers, and we have a specific group of people who do the reviews in TABI. So I'm doing this one, and it's very beautiful. Really stunning deck. So when I do my review, I'll have to do a flip through video, and I can show you the cards in a bit more detail. But
yes.
I'd like to pull 3 cards for your German Tarot Association going into 2024. So what kind of energy are you going to expect for next year? Should I go first?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay. This is the first time I've used these cards, and I'm very excited.
I'm very curious.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Right. So you have a couple of, you have all swords cards, right? So first of all, so there is going to be a lot of thought going into your activities next year, but also I can see you in particular a bit anxious and worried about the direction. You know, you're giving the activities of the Tarot Association a lot of thought at the moment, and as you can see with our 9 of Swords, it can give you some sleepless nights, but also there's a lot of energy going into the Tarot Association. So there's a lot of thought, and there's a lot of expertise as well. So the knowledge in your Tarot Association is huge. It's just getting to the point, you know, where something's going to change. There may be a really big change coming through for you and everything that you do with the Tarot Association next year, because you've got the Ace of Swords.
as well. The
Yeah,
other ace, not the eight. Ah, good.
the ace of swords. Yeah. So look at that. It's beautiful. So it's like a breakthrough, you know, a turning point, a change in the energy. The energy's going to change. I'm feeling quite dramatic as well. So there is the start of something new, something bright, shiny, and new for the German Tarot Association. And I think this has been building up for a while, the need for something new to emerge, or for a new direction, for you to take it in a new direction, because we've also got the Ten of Swords. We've got the 9 and we've got the 10.
Good Lord.
But look at the progression. And I shuffled the cards, and I didn't just pull 1, 2, 3. I fanned the cards out and I pulled them from different areas of the deck. So there's no way, you know, that they could have, you know, just come after each other. Do you see what I mean? So the way I shuffle is I fan the cards and then I pull 1, 2, 3 from wherever in the deck. So these shouldn't have come out in this order, but they did. And that's quite telling, because you've got the 9 to the 10, where you currently are, thinking about where you're going to take it next. What's going to happen? What needs to change? And there's definitely change in the air when you get to the 9 and 10. It's a real build-up of momentum and activity. And if you think about the 10, when you reverse it with the swords falling out, it's a release. So you're releasing something. You're freeing something up in order to do something new. And that comes up with your Ace of Swords, taking it into a new direction. The German Tarot Association is moving in a different direction in 2024. And it's all very exciting. There's new life going on in there.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I also think, because next year, astrology-wise, going to be an airy year. So Pluto in Aquarius, Jupiter in Gemini, and I've been drawing loads and loads of sword cards.
Yeah.
Also for the 12 nights thing, which I'm doing every year. So for every day between Christmas and the 6th of January, we're drawing one card with a member of the association and kind of oracle for next year. And I've had loads of sword cards when I was preparing that. So I think this has also something to do with it. But I can totally relate to this reading.
Yeah.
I will keep you posted how it will test.
It sounds very exciting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to end on that one, I love that.
Yes.
The crown as well, you know.
Card. I really like it.
Yeah.
With the crown.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to use Spirit Keepers. It's just lying around here.
Nice.
My favorite decks by Benebel Wen. She's really a lovely person, I think, and she does great. You know the Spirit Keeper?
We haven't met in person, but I do believe that we've probably crossed paths on live at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still yet to meet in person. I'm hopeful. I'm sure we will one day.
Did you do you know her deck?
I haven't got that deck. No.
Yeah, I didn't buy it for ages, but then came out the first edition, the second, the third. I was like, oh. Every edition was different from the other, and I thought I really need this. So I also drew 3 cards. You kind of told a story, and I need to put on my glasses actually for that. So interesting. I just talked about Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini, which is Jupiter is going to move into Gemini end of May. And I got the Jupiter Gemini card for you, which is the 8 of Swords as well.
Oh!
So I would take this as a kind of potential you have, or the association have. There's loads of stuff going on, perhaps a bit too much at times for how to suss everything out, because the Jupiter Gemini energy is like too much information, too much things on one's plate. I just say yesterday.
Busy. Yeah.
And getting confused, and this card always, for me, you need a bit of focus in order to get yourself released from this. It's always not, I'm not organized enough. So this is something which is still a part of the community. You can be thinking about this. On the other hand,
we have a lot of organizing to do next year.
Yeah. I can see this with this card. The community itself, I got the lovers.
Nice.
Which are here, two dragons charmingly joining. And for me, the lovers is the community card because, again, Gemini energy. And for me, it's always like people joining something in order to do something. So associations and parties and whatever is just a thing. And it's always a connection from the heart. And however things are, if something doesn't run smoothly, this is a base for the association. And there are lots of people who want to bring themselves into it, who want to do a mutual effort. This is something I feel when I hear you talking about the association, because in our association, there's still a lot of me first, and I have the feeling that in the British Association, there are lots of people saying, oh, the association first. And I think
us. Yeah. Rather, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's so needed. And perhaps then the Eight of Swords again means that's great, but I have to think of myself as well. Would be something I'm thinking about now. And the third card I drew is Judgment, which is called here Apocalypse. And as you can see, she's very mystical with her cards. I can see a Jupiter, not a Jupiter, again, a Gemini motive. So we can see the Caduceus by Hermes Mercury. And so we have loads of cards which are about Gemini. And this is a Pluto card here. Sorry, I'm always using astrology when I'm doing readings.
I love that.
And Pluto is going to move into Aquarius just when you have the conference. And I think the midwinter conference. And I think this could be a pivotal point for the association, where to go. And again, we have this connecting.
The tree of life is there in the background. The tree of life both in there.
And it's kind of, don't stand alone.
Well, I talked about all the different positions that we've got in TABI. So they're a great team. Everybody works so well together, and I'm just so proud of everything that they do. You must be the same.
But you can be proud of yourself because you're doing so much. I'm really impressed about what you do,
and you with what you do as well.
Yes, but it's more, I don't know.
But the Ace of Swords bringing in new things.
Yes,
new things. Yeah,
it's a lovely card. So
it is.
Both readings are quite about thinking, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Connection. You have all these swords. I have a sword card, so I think both will have to rethink a lot of stuff, bring in new stuff, whatever. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe we could do this again at the end of next year, and we could see.
Yes.
We could look back and we could see what happened.
Yes.
That would be fun. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I need to leave now.
Okay.
Janine, it's always so nice to chat to you. You are such an easy talker. Can I say this?
It goes very fast, doesn't it? I'm like looking at the clock now and I'm thinking, oh, it's not enough time. We could just sit and talk for ages.
We do this again
Yeah.
soon, but we definitely do it in Manchester, and I hope lots of people are coming. And I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Thank you for coming on. Have a fantastic Christmas, a Yule period, and the winter solstice, and we'll see you in the new year. Have a fantastic new year, and everybody who's online as well. Thank you for joining us, and also enjoy your celebration period, whatever you're doing. Take care of yourselves, and see you all very soon.
Yes. I don't know how I leave, and before I leave, just have a great Christmas time, however you celebrate it as well. Jewel time, I think you say. So
Yeah.
have a great time.
Take
Bye.
care, Kirsten.
Bye.
Speak to you soon.
See you.
Bye.